Welcome back, everyone. Today on the KLR 650, I will be installing the new mirrors and spray painting the edging guards and also spray painting the bag supports. I'm going to remove the rear caliper and attempt to rebuild that. And then we'll flush that rear brake system and be done with it. Let's go. We're going to remove the brake fluid from the rear master cylinder and remove the rear caliper. First step, remove this cover to gain access to the master cylinder. Since there is very little fluid in that master cylinder, I'm just going to take a rag, push it in there, and soak up that brake fluid. All right, that looks clean. No more brake fluid in that master cylinder. I'm going to put the cover back on just to keep anything from going into that reservoir. I will remove this bracket that holds the hose in place. Next, I'm going to see if the bleeder valve on the caliper can be opened up for servicing. Okay, that is good. Next, I'm going to remove the caliper hose. And to take the caliper off the bike, I will be removing the mounting bolts. Now this caliper is stuck and it needs to be rebuilt. That's why we're taking it off. First thing we have to do is remove the two pins that hold the pads in place. Remove the pads. Wow. This is supposed to just slide right out of there. It is frozen. See if I can get a screwdriver in here to help me pop this out. Wow. Wow. Whew, that is in there. It ain't tight. Wow, okay. Doesn't look bad. Just the grease is so dry that it was stuck. Okay, the hardware out. We'll just pull it out the back side. There we go. Okay, so all the rubbers are out. The only thing I gotta do is get the calipers, pistons out. I'm gonna go ahead and push air into the caliper, and that should push the pistons out. Okay, I'm just gonna put this handle from this brush in here just to keep those pistons from popping all the way out. One piston's out. This one, wow, I'm gonna have to work it out. Inside the caliper, there are some seals. And the other one. In both chambers. Okay. That's pretty much all there is to taking this caliper apart. One more thing. Let's take off the bleeder valve. Here we go. Bleeder valve's off. Okay, that's not in bad shape. I'm gonna take some 400 grit sandpaper and I'm gonna clean out the inside of this here because it has some corrosion built up in there. Nice. Now the piston goes in and out nicely. Gotta clean this up. These are the pistons. There's some stuff stuck to the piston here. I want to get that off of there. What I'm going to use is 2000 grit sandpaper just to get that off of that piston, whatever it may be. All right, I cleaned up the pistons as best as I could, get everything off of there with that 2000 grit. So they're good to go. Caliper's been washed. We just got to blow it out. We got to air dry it. Okay. Alright, so I use a bit of silicone to get these boots to slide in. Let's put these in. Now, I'm going to take some caliper grease, put a little bit on these pins here. All right, everything looks really good. Put the hardware back in there. Inside pad. There we go, one side. And line up the other side. Now we put this pad back in there. Now we line these up all the way through. Beautiful. And we just tighten this up. Now I just got to put the bleeder valve on the caliper. Now our caliper has been rebuilt. We're going to put the caliper back on the vehicle. So using the new copper washers, we're going to hook up the hose. Now we're going to bleed the rear brakes. Takes dot 3 or dot 4. I'm going to pump the rear brake pedal 3 times till I get a good pedal. You might not get a good pedal the first time because we did run the system completely dry. Hold it down, open the bleeder, and then close it. Just keep doing this until you start getting a brake pedal, a good brake pedal, and the fluid is pretty much coming out clean. Put the cap back on. And put the cover back on. All right, let's check it, see if it locks up. Apply the brake. Nice pedal. Moment of truth. Let's see if it moves. Sweet. That is good. Nice job, Mike. Yay! Well, my friends, we got a lot done today. I got the engine guard spray painted. I spray painted the back supports. I was able to remove the rear caliper, rebuild that caliper, and get it back on the vehicle. I'm very happy with how that turned out. One thing on the caliper, if the piston is that stuck, be careful. I did mar up the edge where it meets the brake pad, but I don't think that's going to be an issue because I sanded it down with 2000 grit, made it smooth again, and that section doesn't really go into the seal, so I should be okay, but it's not leaking and it's working properly. That's all I got. Any questions, comments, put them down below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. You all ride safe, and God bless you.